What you saying, people? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, if it's that time where you are right now. Big up, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Listen, before we start, I always forget to do this, but we're 50 people away from getting 2K subscribers, man. So come on, if you've not hit the button yet, if we can get to 2K before the Liverpool game on Sunday, it's going to go off and we'll win. So hit the button, people. Hit the button. Big up, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all the hellos. I've seen you. Right, Jack, Cam. Who else? A couple of people giving me shit already, you know. Big up Luke, bro. It's getting there. Appointment yesterday. I've got 2 more weeks in the boot. 2 more weeks. And then I'm out the boot and into physiotherapy. So we're winning, people. I grow bones like there's like no other. Big up, big up. Love to see Happy J. Same, man. It's been too long since I felt like this. It's been too long since we've had a stream like this together. So it's a nice change in it. Big up, Niall, man. The job ain't done yet. I know. We'll get on to that. We'll get on to that. Not long till Puppy in the comments pleading Haaland case. Great goal scorer, but City more fluent without it. Listen. Well is the title of this stream. And well indeed. What do you want me to say? Listen, I'm not big-headed enough and arrogant enough to sit here and just say, I told you so. That ain't me. But I fucking told you so, man. I told you. I told you. I know it's early days yet. It's been 1 game. But already, just look at the difference in the team. The press. The multiple threats from all over the pitch. Reinders getting into the box. Semenyo getting into the box. Marmoush getting into the box. I mean, I know Foden didn't have the best game, but if he gets anywhere back to his form, there's plenty of space for him to be box crashing and getting into those scoring areas as well. Look at the difference. It's blatant to see. It's so obviously blatant, but people still have these tinted glasses on because I don't know. I have no other explanations for it now, except for people might be just a little bit fruity and fancy guys with like long blonde hair tied up into a bow. They think it's go time when Haaland's tying his bow in his hair like that, and they think they're getting a bit of, do you know what I'm saying? But no, boys, he doesn't know you exist. So get out his arse, man. Fruity Dons. Mr. Oracle. Hey, this nickname's starting to go around Twitter, you know. Unpronounced, not by me. Marmish makes my bone grow. Yes, Alphabet. Yeah, plenty of pauses. Plenty of pauses. Do you know what, Benito? I was buzzing with the result last night. That first half, bro. 3-0. Just like that. Boom. People running in behind. People pressing from the front. People causing issues to the centre-backs. Reinders bombing forward. Getting in attacking positions. Interchangeable. Fluid. Like... plays, yeah. What was I gonna say then? What an idiot! I'm too gas, man, to even put a sentence together. Smooth, interchangeable, fluid, liquid football. Ringo, you said it. Semenyo coming from the right, popping inside, coming in central areas. Marmoush doing the same from the left. Reinders making his nice little ghosted run into the box, like here, there, everywhere. Move. It's so hard to pick up for the back four. So hard to pick up for the back four. So hard for the opposition's midfielders to track the runners. And do you know why? Because the system is miles better than just trying to feed one striker. every single time. And people have been going, he's undroppable. He's untouchable. Are we starting to come round? Was there any doubters in here? Because I know there was plenty of doubters in LB's panel show when I've been saying it on there for the last few months. I think actually most of the people in here do actually back it, what I've been saying for the last few months. But I tell you what, the amount of shit that I've got for this opinion, then Benito, to answer your question, I just felt validated, bro. And we smacked him up, innit? And the validation that I had being sat there and just watching this nice, fluid, false nine football. And look, who's negative now? Not me. I'm buzzing my head off. This is what I've wanted for ages. Star, innit? They called me negative. But I was only negative because we were playing shit. But look at me now. Look at me now. Look at the difference when I watch good football. Not just byline cross, byline cross, byline cross. Haaland and pray, Haaland and pray, Haaland and pray. Please, let's get this guy another golden boot. Oh, please. Nobody else score. No, everyone else stay out of the box, yeah? Everyone else stay out of the box. You stay away. This is my area. Let's just feed this one guy and let him score 50, 60 goals a year whilst the team suffers. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. But yeah. Validated. But again, I've not been saying get rid of the guy, sell the guy, or like attacking him personally. Well, I might have been a little bit after the Spurs game, but not anything really nasty. Just a few mentions about the steaks and the milk and the YouTube channel. It's not that bad. Do you know what I mean? People say wild stuff when they're angry and passionate. I will get onto my lineup in a minute. I will get onto it. Listen, this ain't going to be as exciting as everyone thinks, you know, because this guy has already started to flip-flop and he's already started to come round to the idea when the other week he was setting up polls in the panel chat saying J talk shite and all this stuff. That was like less than 2 weeks ago. And that was about me saying drop Haaland. Yeah? Look what's happened now. And I've seen LB on stream about 5 hours ago today talking about nice, fluid, liquid football. Oh, the shock. The shock. So he flipped. Even though he's called me stupid for asking for it since... I mean, I've been saying it since like last June. Since the FA Cup final, since that Southampton 0-0. I think we've been shit for time, man. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. I feel like if we stick to this system, we have got a chance of winning on Sunday. And that's crazy to me because we never win at Anfield. Never. But if we're going to hurt these guys, yeah, it's in behind. It's having these interchangeable pieces in the front line. If you just go man-to-man, physical against physical, Haaland versus Van Dijk and Konate, they're going to eat that shit up, man. That's the kind of battle that they want. Yeah? You need to get people spinning them, running them in behind, coming short, and then boom, in behind them. Drag them out of position. Listen, the amount of times I've seen Konate get dragged out of that back line this year, and then it creates a space in behind him for like a Marmoush or a Semenyo to run into. But we will cook them on the counter-attack on Sunday. But Pep needs to have the balls and just pull the trigger, man. Personally, I don't think he will. I don't think he'll do it. Exactly, bro. Exactly, Luke, mate. And that's all I've asked for. Yeah? I'm not like leading some hate tirade against the guy. I just want my football team to start winning matches, man. 1 in 6 Prem games, bro, in a title race. 1 in 6, man. When we've spent hundreds of millions, it ain't working. That's the best performance I've seen us put in that first half yesterday. And guess what? It was with the style of play and the personnel that I've been asking for. Crazy. And let's not pretend that Newcastle is some bum-ass team, man. They've already beat us once this year already. Like, they're a bit of a problem. I didn't know that was true, to be fair. Listen, Timmy, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm not dead certain saying we're going to win the game, because I can never go into Anfield saying that. But what I can comment on is us putting ourselves in the best position to get something out of it. Yeah? Go and have a go. Take a risk. We've got nothing to lose now. We're already miles behind. Well, not miles behind, but we're already far enough behind in the title race that most people are saying it's done. So what have we got to lose, really? Take the risk. Take the risk. I'm not usually Ryander's biggest fan, yeah? But he looks a completely different player in this system. The way he gets into the box and forward positions in danger areas. Completely different player. So I'd even be up for running him again on Sunday if we had to. I liked what I saw last night. I think the guy's probably been held back the last couple of months playing in a position that I don't think he's really well suited to. I don't think he can play as an 8 or a 6 in the Premier League. I don't think he's physical enough. But when he's in these forward positions, like the 10, second striker kind of role, I think he's very good. I think his movement forward is very, very good. That's probably his strongest point for me. But yeah, I thought it was a great first half. Don't get me wrong, the second half was pretty shit. But we're not going to talk too much about that because the game was dead and buried, man. We made the subs. Obviously, Max Elaine come on, who still seems to be having a little bit of trouble with confidence. But what do you expect, man, for a young player like that? But aside from that, I thought it was great. I can't lie, genuinely. I'm not gonna glaze it too much. But one of our biggest problems the last 2 months even has been putting the ball in the back of the net and scoring chances and creating big chances. And last night we could have had 5 or 6. Because everyone's always quick to blame the rest of the team and go, we don't create enough chances. It's bullshit, bro. You've got to be able to get yourself in the position for people to find you. Marmoush did it 5-6 times last night. Haaland even got fed for a 1v1 again last night and missed. So if you're not scoring, bro, then it's just not happening right now, is it? Yo, big up at Ethan, man, for becoming a channel member. Really appreciate that, bro. I know you're always showing your positivity on Twitter and in the chat and stuff like that. So much respect, my man. Really, really appreciate it, man. Any support for the channel is always very much appreciated. W's for Ethan, man. Bro, let's not do this, right? Because I get the finish was quite lucky. But can we call the movement and the first touch and stuff like that in behind lucky? I thought it was class. I thought it was Minty's movement and stuff. And he just took it that little bit too close to the goalkeeper, didn't he? Where it would have usually been like a dink over the top. But he deserved it, bro. He deserved a bit of luck for getting into those areas. He was a nuisance all game. All game. Fighting, pressing, just being a nuisance, man. Hassling the defenders. Like, how many times have we mentioned on here, like, our press is non-existent usually. And that's why people can pass through us with ease. But for the first, 15, 20 minutes yesterday, I don't know if you've noticed it as well, with the press from Semenyo, from Marmoush, they barely could get out of their own half. Nico G as well was playing a big part in that, because he was intercepting that rushed pass that the defenders were making, because Marmoush and Semenyo were putting them under so much pressure. They just look so much more rattled against like a quick front line that's willing to put like the effort in and run themselves into the ground for the team. I was buzzing, man. I was genuinely buzzing. Now, I did ask a question on Twitter earlier, because I'm going to go through my team in a minute. But obviously, this game last night has threw a bit of a spanner in the works now for Pep. Because, believe it or not, everyone's on this train now. That do we play Haaland? So I put a poll on Twitter before asking, do you go Marmoush again? Do you go Haaland? Or do you play them both at the same time? So let's see what people are saying in here. I want you to just put Marmoush, Haaland, or both for who you want to see kind of leading that line on Sunday. And then I'll tell you the team that I think we should go for, and probably the team that I expect Pep to play. What we're saying, I think it was split on Twitter between Marmoush and both. Snoopy both, Walter both, Spencer, no, Jay Haaland doesn't deserve his place, bench him. Both from Nissan, both. Haaland should be benched, but he'll start. I agree, Kobe, mate. That's where I am at with it. Mario, both. Daniel, Marmoush. We play more fluid without Haaland. Yeah. I would play Haaland, Marmoush, drop Semenyo. Drop Semenyo's harsh, man, as well. That guy's been bagging. And do you know what? I gave him a lot of stick for his like dribbling and first touch against Tottenham at the weekend. But his first touch and everything was actually really good last night, Semenyo's. He held the ball up well as well, which is something else that we've been lacking loads. So I thought he was actually all right last night. Both from Ethan. Both ideally. I think it's going to probably be both, innit? I think most people have gone for both. Thanks, Wang. Thank you, mate. Pep ain't benching Haaland. I agree. Both Marmoush, Niall. I'm with you, bro, but I don't think what we think and what Pep thinks are two completely different things, aren't they? Haaland needs to hold better. See, the majority of people are either Marmoush or both. Yeah, nobody's clamoring for it to just go straight back to the front three with Haaland in the middle and us just trying to cross balls into him. People have already moved past that in the space of a week. Shock horror. Me personally, I'd stick to Marmoush and Semenyo. No hate, not negativity. We just play better with these smooth interchangeable pieces. Do you know what? I did forget about this, Funo, so thank you for bringing it up. I've got to give respect and shout outs to this guy, man. Another unbelievable performance in the League Cup last night. Not only is he a lot better than Donnarumma with his feet, I feel like his long passing's so much better. He's a lot calmer on the ball. But we're starting to see how like underrated and great he is at the shot stopping now as well. We've seen it for most of the year as well. He did have a tough start at the start with that with the Spurs game and stuff like that, which you can put it down to maybe nerves first coming into a big club. But you've got to put respect on this guy's name, man. And let's be real, he probably has been done dirty a bit by the club. He was probably coming in to expect to be starting. And I think he's unfortunate. I really do think he's unfortunate because I think he's a class goalkeeper right now. And he will be world class. So I don't know where we stand right now with James Trafford because I personally can't see Donnarumma staying around forever. He's one of those guys that either something happens with the manager or they don't really fancy him with his kicking or Do you know, he's got a few issues off set pieces as well. He usually just bounces around after 3-4 years. So I think, and don't get me wrong, I'm all about Donnarumma starting right now. Yeah, because he has got us out the shit a lot of times in the last few weeks. But I still feel like our build-up play does suffer with him in goal compared to Ederson. And that is why I spent most of the summer clamouring about Ederson and why he's so important to the team and the way we play. Like, he does let the odd goal in now and again, but I think it's clear to see that we especially against the big teams who are pressing us high. It's so much harder to play out from the back, man. So much harder. So if we end up getting fobbed off by this guy, like Niall's just said now, even if it's in 2 years, 1 year, then and we've got rid of Trafford, then do you know what I mean? Where do we go from there? Do we fucking buy him back again for a second time, third stint at the club? So I'm really, really interested in trying to keep him around, man, as long as possible. If that means maybe a loan, I think he walks into 15 Premier League teams starting 11s. But like, genuinely, I genuinely think he's that good. Outside the top, like 5 or 6, maybe. I think he genuinely starts for like most Premier League teams. I'm not trying to run my Donnarumma agenda, right? I never doubted his shot-stopping ability. But you cannot try and tell me that our build-up hasn't suffered since he's come in the team. But I say respect where it's due. He's got us out of the shit many times in the last few weeks. I've just said it. So there's no agenda here. I just knew that we were sacrificing a lot going in this direction when it comes to our style of play. And I think we have suffered because of it this year. Because you might not realise it at the time, but Ederson was vital to the way we build out and play out from the back. And that's probably why we've suffered, like, trying to put the ball in the back of the net this year. Because we're not as good at moving the ball up the pitch while still keeping possession. We have to go more direct, which requires strikers that can hold the ball up. And it requires more risk in losing possession as well. So, no hate to Donnarumma, but, like, if he does end up fucking off in 2-3 years, then we're back looking for another keeper again. Listen, Vasco, this guy's our best player. Genuinely our best player. And I know he can drop a stinker every now and again because he only drops a stinker, though, because he takes so many risks. And he's always willing to stand up and be counted and take those risks for us to put the ball in the back of the net. I don't mind that at all. If you drop like one stinker in 5-6 because of the way you're taking these risks and trying to slide balls in behind and trying these nice little flicks and tricks to like ball out and be confident and just play with your chest out, man. Play with big balls. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I want from these players. We've been missing balls for months. And he's got them in abundance. He's got big bomby knocker balls, man. And I need him in every single starting 11 from now until the end of the season, man. Except Salford City, maybe. Get that guy in every fucking starting 11 from now until the end of the year. Because he is the key to any success that we have this year. He's our most creative player by a country mile. A country mile. And even when he came on last night, man, he gets us out of so many like difficult situations by doing a nice little dribble out of a tight position. He holds the ball up well. He can make a quick pass around the corner, quick 1-2 and leave a defender for dead. He can win free kicks, getting up the pitch to let us reset. He's the key to everything right now for me. Everything. Yeah, Timmy, I get that, mate. And that is why I've said he's frustrating sometimes because he does drop this stinker every now and again. But I don't want him to lose that. I don't want him to lose that spark, man. Because as soon as you take that away from him and we start trying to turn him into this like system robot, it's not a Cherky that you'll want to see. I promise you. I promise you. You've got to let him have that. You've got to let him have that, like Joga Bonito tech, because that's just how he's built, man. We've got to allow him to be him, because he is him. I think this guy's going to be an absolute world beater in a couple of years. I don't even think he's far off it now. Put the right pieces around him, and this guy will cook. I'm telling you. Chirk me off Bonito, indeed, LB. We all know the dance. Daddy, chill. But yeah, I thought he looked great when he came on last night. Straight in the team Sunday. Should we do the team then, rapid? Shall we do the team? I've still not got my computer screen, man. I'm still trying to set up the new streaming setup when the house is finished, man. So I'm getting there. I'm gonna probably aim for the beginning of next season, maybe pre-season, to get it all boxed off properly. But we'll be back with like pure professionalism. The rants won't change, don't worry, but we'll just have a little bit of a cleaner setup. So stick with me, people, for now. We'll get there, I promise you. Right. Team. And then I'll get on to Foden, because I see you all asking. Yeah, I'm not ignoring your Predator, man. I just know it's a touchy subject. So yeah. Team Donnarumma in goal. I'm sure everyone agrees. Which is a shame for Trafford, because I think he's fucking great, man. But Donnarumma's the guy at the moment in the Premier League. Nunes. See, everyone's talking about Diaz being back, you know. I'm not sending it at all, you know. Cousinov, Gueye, Aït-Nouri is my back four. Nunes, Cousinov, Gueye, Aït-Nouri is my back four. It's got to be. Cousinov to stop that quick counter-attack that Liverpool have hurt us with time and time again with Salah. We know they've got Ekitike, who's a problem as well, running in behind. That is the perfect mix, yeah, of strength, speed, aggression, ball playing with Gueye and Aït-Nouri as well, techie ballers to kind of get us out of that high press that we know Liverpool have got. Nunes has got that pace and aggression and speed as well to stop the counter-attack. That is the perfect back four for Liverpool. And I mean, listen, Harry, it's not hate, bro. It's not hate. People know. People mistake my tactical insight for hate when I'm talking about Diaz and Haaland. I don't take anything away from them what they've achieved for us in the past. I just appreciate that football moves on, man, very, very quickly. And I've been calling for Cousinov for maybe nearly a year as well. So he's the guy, man. He is the guy. And I think he's exactly what we need, especially in a game like this. Do you really want to go into a game against Liverpool where we get hit time and time again off Mohamed Salah off the counter-attack without Cousinov in your back four? Come on, people. I know you're all with me. I know we're all going to start listening now. Never doubt me again. Okay? Ever. Come on. I know we've had sticky situations in the past where it's been like, oh, I'm not sure about that. Not sure. We've not been wrong yet. All right? So come on the ride with me. That's the back four. Timmy, I can't, mate. I've not got my screen set up, man. I'm getting it back soon. I promise you. I'm just getting my streaming set up in the games room, but my house is getting painted and shit because I only moved in the summer. So, right. So far, Donnarumma, Nunes, Cousinov, Gueye, Aït-Nouri. Okay. Then I'm gonna run. This is tough as well. Legs. Do we go legs or control. See, I feel Snide dropping O'Reilly. But it's between him or Rodri for me. I think Nico G's got to start. I've got to, but yeah, we do need the physicality as well. I'm gonna go Rodri, Nico G, just about. I'm just about going Rodri, Nico G, but I'm very close to going O'Reilly and Nico G, to be honest, just for the legs and the athleticism. But the fact Rodri's been there before, big games, knows what it means, knows what he needs to do against Liverpool. I think you've got to do it, haven't you? You could go all three, really, but I don't think you will. And I don't want to change the system. Listen, because it doesn't change the way we play, it'll still be the same fluid formation with Rodri in the team. It's just like for like in that double pivot, innit? And Rodri has been off it recently. I do agree. Listen, it's close. I'm very, very close. I am very, very close to Nico. And I know quite a lot of people are asking for it, but just because it's Anfield, man, I might go Rodri, Nico G. And because I've not seen it yet properly. Do you know what I'm saying? For months and months and months, we've been calling out for a Nico and Rodri double pivot to see what it's like. So I want to see it. Let's do it in a big game. Then I'm going to run... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to do Reinders and Cherky as the two in behind the strikers, and then Marmoush and Semenyo up front. Yeah? That is a cold-blooded front line for me. Lots of runs from deep from Reinders, lots of creativity from Cherky, lots of runs in behind from Marmoush and Semenyo, which I think will cause Konate and Van Dijk lots of problems. Yeah, people don't agree with Reinders. Who would you go for instead of Reinders then in that system? This is just my system, by the way. Who'd you put there then? And then people start saying Foden, who people have been slagging off for weeks. Rico Lewis, you're slagging me off. Yeah, for saying Reinders, but you're saying Foden and Rico Lewis, bro. Are you being serious? Listen, I'm not Reinders' biggest fan, but in those forward areas, which is where I'm playing him, because we've got a Nico and Rodri double pivot, then I don't mind it. Foden is clear of Reinders career-wise, but do you really want to throw Foden in right now with the way he's been playing? I've not even got onto that yet. But people have been saying he was absolutely, he was shit again last night. So how are you laughing at me for starting Reinders, but you're saying play Foden? Are we being for real? Does Foden and Rico Lewis win duels for you lot? No. So what the fuck are you talking about, chat? Respectfully, everyone's just gone to me, Reinders, what? He doesn't win duels at Anfield. And then I'll go, so who should we play instead of him then? And everyone said Foden and Rico Lewis. But you've just been saying about not winning duels, bro. They don't win duels. So yeah, I ain't changing my team, man. I think Reinders played well last night. You can't take that away from him. So I think he deserved to start. And I'm very, very critical of Reinders. So this ain't Glaze. Yeah, if I wanted to drop Reinders, I would do. Trust me. If Doku was fit, he wouldn't be playing. But Doku isn't fit. If Bernardo was fit, he would be in the team against Liverpool. This is his fucking stomping ground. Well, not Anfield, but against Liverpool, man. That's his fucking favourite fixture, that. So he'd probably be playing. But yeah, like Niall said, Haaland will start. So I was just giving you my team. Okay? But what I think he will go for is he might do Nico Rodri. This is what I'm saying, bro. People are quick to say, oh, L, but then when I ask them for a better solution, they can't really give it me. I think he might go a front three of Marmoush, Haaland, and Semenyo. He won't do a 4-2-2-2, I don't think. I think he might go, Haaland in the middle, Semenyo on the right, Marmoush on the left, drifting in. Then I think he'll go Rodri, Nico G, or he might go Rodri, Nico O'Reilly. And then he might go Reinders or Foden as like the front number 10 of a midfield three instead. He could do this. I can't see him playing Rodri, Nico G and Nico O'Reilly, though. I really can't. It's good for the physicality in the battle, but we've got nothing to lose at this point, spicy potatoes. So you might as well go and try and win the game. So Cherky can't keep the ball. Who do you put in then, Timmy? Because the only players that you can replace them with is people like Haaland who can't keep the ball. Cherky can keep the ball. Rodri can keep the ball. I'm pretty sure Reinders can keep the ball. I know he gets it nicked off him every now and again. I thought Marmoush's hold-up players, as well as Semenyo's, was pretty good last night. Oh, yeah, big up, bro. So you pretty much agree. Yeah. I get you. Respect, man, yeah. Yeah, that got proven at the weekend, that it just kept bouncing off him, and then that's how Spurs just kept coming at us wave after wave after wave. Do you think he throws Diaz back in, chat? I know he was obviously on the bench last night. Does Pep love Diaz that much that he fucking drops Cousinov for him, or what? What do people think? I would be flabbergasted if he did, but it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me, especially against Liverpool, who just want a counter-attack. Surely you can't do that. Bro, if he does, if I see that before the game, I might just fucking... what? Like, do I bother watching it? Fuck me. Seeing us play that high line against Liverpool, it ain't for me, bro, if he does that on Sunday. It ain't for me. This sport might not be for me anymore. This sport is barely for me now anyway, after watching that Arsenal and Chelsea game the other night. Like, it's so shit. It's so unenjoyable. And I literally barely look forward to any fixtures nowadays. My whole weekend, it still is based around just watching football all day. But now, I just barely even enjoy doing it. Football's that dry nowadays. And I want to address this, by the way, because obviously, City have been getting a lot of shit recently for the whole empty seat situation. Listen, the real fans know what we've had to go through the last couple of years when it comes to this club and ticketing and the way things have changed. How they've brought in new systems to favour tourists and like new people coming in and buying the club off external websites. Big money making scam. They've put a stop to season ticket holders being able to transfer tickets to family members and friends. Real Man City fans who would come into the crowd, they'd rather take the ticket off the season ticket holder if they can't come, stick it on a website, and let like the highest bidder get it, who doesn't give a fuck about the match, who doesn't give a fuck about the team. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why it's empty all the time. The pricing, you're talking 60 quid plus for most games nowadays. City play 60 plus fixtures a year if we're in all competitions. Add to that multiple trips to Wembley every single season. Like, it's hard. It's so hard. And I've not really heard anyone speak about this. But from my experience, from going to watch City all the way from Main Road to getting my first season ticket in the very first year that the Etihad opened in the early 2000s, 2002, 2003, so much has changed within that stadium, within that atmosphere to kind of suit this modern style of football where it's really tourist friendly and everything's a little bit watered down. Like, the experience just isn't that great anymore. Going to football matches, it's really not, especially not at home games. It's not, unless you're playing like a big six side or like a big Champions League fixture. The atmosphere is usually shit, and it's because not only is football like a watered down product nowadays, with the VAR calls, not being able to celebrate goals properly in case it gets disallowed. Like, I've not celebrated a goal properly since those disallowed goals against Spurs. That's watered the sport down. The amount of fouls that are given nowadays from referees. For example, that Foden tackle last night, a perfectly timed sliding tackle where he just follows through into the player with his feet down, perfect, gets given as a free kick. Like, the sport is just dying in my eyes, which in turn makes the real, like, fans that have been there from day one, followed the team through thick and thin, just start becoming disillusioned with everything, with the whole sport itself, with the club, because they clearly, like, favour money-making schemes and tourists coming into the ground than they do the real core fan base. The real core fan base. So then when you get these atmospheres where it's half full of tourists and there's no singing, there's no bite between the away fans, everyone's sat in silence, it doesn't feel like football anymore. It doesn't feel like the football that I grew up with. So why the fuck would people come back and waste their time, man, on a Wednesday night and pay 70 odd quid to sit there, watch a game that's already pretty much dead and buried with a load of non-City fans all night? Like, why would you do it? It's absolutely disgraceful. And I'm blaming the club. I'm calling the club out for it because they've prioritised the wrong people for years now. For years. It's all about people coming in now with the success and trying to sell tickets for the highest prices. And the real core fans are being left behind. And this atmosphere that you've got now, because it's not got that core fan base that enjoy going to the games anymore, is shit. Because of the watered down product that football is nowadays. People getting fucking gourmet salt and pepper chicken and chips at half time, walking into the seat with like 12-inch pizzas and stuff like that. Long gone are the days of pints and bovrils and chicken bolty pies, and it's just not the fucking same, man. They treat it like a holiday, like a cruise, like a nice cruise ship on the Mediterranean, rather than your rough and tumble football match that you go and watch with your dad and your brother. You give a bit of stick to the away fans. You sing your songs all the way through. This is why, time and time again, I just say that the sport is just getting worse and worse and worse. And the teams follow the trend, follow the patterns. They kind of notice what other people are doing, try and follow the same pattern to try and bring as much cash into the club as possible. But it's making it difficult to enjoy, genuinely. And it does affect the players. It does affect the players. Because the Etihad used to be a fucking crazy place to come to try and get 3 points. Crazy place. With the atmosphere, with how they got behind the players. And every season now, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's because the fans are showing as much faith to the club as the club are showing to them. Their attitudes are a reflection of the attitude from the club towards them. And it's making us look silly to the media, to social media as well. We get laughed at time and time again for the empty seats that are left. And it's always the fans that get the blame. And it's bullshit, man. Give us our products back. Give us our football back. If we can't go, then let us send another family member or friend who we know is a big City fan to fill that space. Not fucking selling on the ticket for profit. It's disgusting. The amount of fucking selfie sticks and like meals and people not even watching the match, and it's just sickening, man. And I know people won't like talk about that much, but I love overseas City fans and the support that they bring. And I'm sure most of them, when they want to come, will bring the noise and will bring the atmosphere. But I know for a fact, as a match-going fan, that is not the case. Time and time again, the home end is filled with fans from the opposition team who can pick tickets up off Viagogo and shit like that. The city stands were full of Galatasaray fans the other week. It's full of them. And it's because they're so easily accessible. Because they're sold by the club rather than being passed on to proper City fans. This is what I mean, mate. This is what I mean, Doherty. I'm not putting all tourists in the same bracket, all right? Let's get that straight right now, because I know there's certain like proper City fans that will come and bring the energy that we need. But again, like you say, it is full of not even football fans, a lot of them. And it makes people like yourself, like me, like most City fans, just not enjoy the experience anymore. Do you want to be like stood up and cheering for your team all the way through the game if you're just surrounded by people sat down, playing games on the phone, filming on a selfie stick, not even watching the match? Like, it's a shit product. Like, wake up, City. Wake up, football. Wake up, the Premier League. The quicker you sort the fucking sport out, the quicker you sort the prices out, then the quicker you'll see the real fans streaming back into football stadiums week in, week out. Because it's not good enough that we have that many empty seats on a semi-final night. It's not on. But again, it's not down to the fans. It's not their fault. The club needs to do more. Football needs to do fucking more. Because it's getting increasingly difficult to watch, like I've said. Right, that's my rant done about the ticketing situation. Right now, let's see if things change, man. Hopefully they will in the next few years. Hopefully the club will realise. I know there's quite a lot of little protests and stuff on the go every now and again. But we really need to band together on this and sort it out, because it is becoming embarrassing. I'm sick of fucking hearing about City's empty seats every week. Timmy, it is. That's why I'd start cousin of, mate. Exactly, mate. Exactly. They'd rather put him on Viagogo for double the price than it be passed on to a proper City fan. And it is disgusting. And I know a lot of people won't speak up about it because, like, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against them, but they're in with the club. They don't want to kind of burn the bridges with the club, so they don't really speak up about these matters. But barring my broken leg, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to all home games. I try and go to as many away games as I can as well. So I see it firsthand, right? And I'm just being honest. Like it or not. Yo, Andy, come on, man. United fans in the chat, big up. Always on your minds. Right, so we've done the team for Sunday. We've spoke about Newcastle. We've done the ticketing situation. I've had a little rant about, well, have we done Foden yet? Listen, I know people are asking me opinion about Foden before. This is why I've not put him in the team, man. I think you've just got to drop him for a few weeks. You just got to drop him. Similar to what I'm asking about Haaland, make him fight for his place back. And a break and a rest might do him some good. And we'll see where he's at in a couple of weeks. Yeah, if he's still bad, then just repeat the process. Yeah, but a lot of people were saying about him joining. Him starting, but I don't think he can start right now. Big up, Alex, bro. Watch him from start. Enjoy, mate. Enjoy. Hello to you when you get to this point. Fair enough, lads. You're always welcome. Join whenever you want. A lot of chat on here about your club a lot of the time. And I have been honest, open and honest about the empty seat situation, mate. So if you want to scroll back and have a listen, that's absolutely fine by me. I'm running out of ideas, Predator, mate, to be honest. Because obviously there was a lot of excuses for him last year with his personal situation, which was fine, yeah. I wasn't overly harsh on him. Then I thought he was looking really good again in the Club World Cup. In that period over December, he was carrying the team on his back for a couple of games. And then it's just really fucking dropped off again. So I don't know. I think Foden is the definition of a confidence player. Where if the team's playing well and he's playing with confidence, he's one of the best, very best in the world. But just when things aren't quite going right, we're on a bit of a losing streak. Similar position to last winter time as well. I don't know. There's just something about him not being able to perform when we're under the cosh a bit. I don't really think he likes being the nail. He's extremely good at being the hammer when we're slapping teams around. But I think when we're on the wrong side of a few drubbings, his level seems to drop massively. But it's hard for me, you know. I think Foden's one of the guys that I will always give as much time to as possible. Because I love him. Listen, I'm not an academy merchant, yeah, because you've heard what I've said about Oscar Bob and James McAtee and Rico Lewis. But Phil Foden is not in that category. We've seen what he can do at such a young age, coming through at 16 at City, won everything you can possibly win. We've seen him win 2 Young Player of the Years for his individual performances. We've seen him win a PFA Player of the Year for his individual performances. So I know what the guy's capable of. That's why I carry on trying to defend him. Because I know that if he can get back there, he'll be a killer. And he's not at the age yet where he should be dropping off like this. But I'm not making excuses for him because he has been shocking. And I'm not making excuses for him. Someone asked me, what do I think's up? And I said, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Last year, it was the personal issues. This year, I've got nothing. I've genuinely got no excuses. I'm just explaining why I have that affinity for him. But yeah, I do agree he's not a creator. at all. That is not what he should be doing for Manchester City. This is why sometimes I think he'll probably play better with Haaland out of the team, because I want Foden getting onto the end of chances, not trying to create chances. Do you know what I mean? I want him picking up the ball on that right-hand corner of the box and cutting it on his left foot and banging it top bins like he used to do time and time again. Listen, I think he needs a long rest, and I think he needs to take a long look at himself. Oh, big up, man. Sorry, I might have misunderstood that. I think he needs to take a long, hard look at himself and what he wants. What does worry me is the fact that I've seen similar scenarios before where a player's broke through that early, 16, 17, 18, and played 13 football from the get-go, playing 40, 50 games a season. I've seen cases before where it's usually meant that they've got too many miles on the clock by the time they get to the late 20s, and they start that decline early. Do you know what I'm saying? We saw it with people like Wayne Rooney, unbelievable level, standard of player, broke through at 16, was like one of the best players in the world by 18, 19. By the time he's like 27, 28, 29, he's already dropping back into the midfield. He's already on his way back to DC United and Everton and stuff like that. Like, sometimes I don't think age is the problem. I think it's miles on the clock. And I think when players break through so early in the career, you do start to see that worrying drop-off a lot earlier than expected. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm not saying it is that, yeah, because there's time yet to see if we can get back to that level. I'm just saying it is a slight concern of mine. I do get it. He was a bench player when he first broke through at 16, but he's played a lot of football from the age of 16. Yeah, by the time he was like 17, 18, he was playing a lot of minutes every week. Let's be real. He might already be a victim of that, Nevans, because that guy's levels have fell off massively as well. I never really rated him that much anyway. I think he's one of the most overrated players in Prem history, you know. Which I'm not trying to be a dick, but some of the things that I've heard about Saka in the past, man, people calling him world class, and like a few of my mates have argued with me in the past, like United fan mates and stuff, about like Saka being better than Mahrez and shit like that. And I'm like, are you mentally insane? Saka better than Mahrez after everything that Mahrez achieved in football? Even if you deleted the whole of Mahrez's Manchester City career, yeah, and he retired after that Leicester season, he would still have a better resume and reputation than Bukayo Saka, in my opinion. Delete all the Champions League and the trebles and the multiple PLs after that. He'd still have a better career. So how people dare to try and have that conversation is batshit crazy to me. Absolutely wild. But yeah. Who are you talking about? Cherky? He's not a dog like Bernardo, so what even is his best position? I think Cherky's best position's a 10, man. But not like a rigid 10. Like a give him the reins is what I'm saying. Like similar to like what we did with De Bruyne. Just give him the reins to pop up anywhere on the pitch. Take the shackles off is what I'm saying about Cherky. Let him pop up on the right and pick the ball up. Let him pop up on the left. Let him pop up in these pockets in central areas. Oh, Foden. Yeah, I think it's probably like, well, I've just talked about Cherky's best position now. I genuinely think Foden's been the best version of himself for us when kind of playing as that right-sided winger, but drifting into central areas with an overlapping fullback. Yeah, I think the best games I've seen Foden have for us is that kind of inverted right winger. Yeah, man, like IDK man's just said, picking the ball up like in the corner of the penalty box, with a right winger holding width, and then Foden being able to drift in these central pockets, getting his shots off from the edge of the box. I really don't rate him. I don't not rate him, but a lot of people have been gassing him up in the 8 and stuff like earlier this year, and I really don't back it at all. I think Foden needs to be as high up the pitch as possible. Like I've said, he needs to be getting on the end of chances rather than trying to create chances for other people. So if he's going to get back to his best, that's probably where I see him playing. Yeah. So Núñez will be key to that if we want to see Phil back on that right wing drifting in. Núñez will be a key player to that. Similar to Nico O'Reilly on the left-hand side has been for Doku this year. The uplift in Doku's form this year, I've put like 30% of that down to how good Nico O'Reilly's been at left back, providing that overlapping run and underlapping, dragging a body away from Doku every time he gets forward. Means Doku can pick up these central areas. It means Doku can square his man up 1v1 time and time again, rather than trying to take on 2-3 people at a time. So, yeah. Right, people. Any more pressing questions before we go? We have done an hour now, and I will be jumping on for a Liverpool. Oh, shit. I was going to do a Liverpool preview, you know, and I feel like I've fucking blown it all in one night tonight. This was supposed to be just about Newcastle, but I've got carried away. But I will probably jump on Saturday night for a little Liverpool preview where you will get my score prediction there, Ethan. Don't worry, mate. I've seen your request for score predictions. I'm going to have a think and see if I see any whispers of people who might be fit, might not be fit. And I'll give you my prediction Saturday evening. I'll jump on there for a Liverpool preview, yeah. But apart from that, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Like I've said, let's check the sub count now, by the way, whilst you're all here. Yeah, because I'm not having us dangling this close to 2K, man. 1962 we're on. So we need 38 subs before Sunday. There's been at least 150 people in here all evening, right? So go and tell your sister or your brother or your mum or your dad now to follow, and let's get to 2K before the Liverpool game, man. And then I'll think of some kind of fucking like mad stream we can do. Like some long ass 6-hour stream for maybe like the football crossed into the boxing, the UFC, something like that. I'll think of something. But yeah, let's try and get to 2K before the weekend. You know what to do, people. Like the video, subscribe, hit that hype button. It helps as well. Big up to Ethan as well for becoming a channel member a little bit earlier on. Thank you all for joining. And I won't say it again, but I told you so. Yeah? Hold that, doubters. Hold that, you panel member haters. Pep, watch the streams, bro. I promise we'll get somewhere. Right. Until next time, people. I love you all as always. And I'll catch you for the Liverpool preview on Saturday. Peace out, everyone. Have a great Thursday evening and weekend until I catch you next time. See you in a bit.